Well, folks, what a morning I've had. Absolute carnage here on the bank. I had a couple of beeps during the night, and when I got up this morning, the bobbin had moved to the top of the rod blank. Now, I'd been out during those couple of beeps and nothing, and I lifted the rod this morning about 7:30, and it was fully locked up. And when I started to bring it across, I could feel a couple of lunges, and I got about halfway across the lake, and again a few lunges, and then solid again, and then nothing. I had a fish on, and it managed to throw the hook halfway across, so that was a bit bittersweet and disappointing. I didn't bother putting the rod back out. I thought I'd leave it until about 11 o'clock. And before I knew it, just sitting here watching the water, I had one rod tucked into the right hand margin, and as I was walking to the rod, it ramped off, and I played in a 13-pound, 4-ounce lovely scaly mirror, which I'll show you on the video here. I've no footage of me playing it, or no footage of actually holding it. I've footage of it getting a bit of carp care put on and then released back in on the sling, just to make life a bit quicker. I wanted to get the fish back into the water, you know. But I have a few nice photos of it, which I'll stick up now for you to have a look at. But the session is off to a wonder start. This is me on a lake on our Northern Ireland Carp Society syndicate called Swanhole. I think, to be honest, the guys would probably say to you that it's one of the hardest lakes, notoriously hard. There's guys that have fished this lake for many years without having a single run, and I've came on the first night of a 2-night session, and I've had that fish. And to be honest, I can't take the credit for it all myself. There's a couple of guys down with me this weekend who had invited me down, Jordan and Darren, and they helped put me on the fish, so it's a full credit to the two lads there as well. And again, they couldn't have been happier and more made up to see a fish put on the bank, and that's what it's all about, you know, mates enjoying each other's quarry and each other's captures. So hopefully for us all, there'll be a few more fish on the bank tonight, and I think maybe they're possibly staying the Monday. So again, I might do the same myself. I might pack half the gear up and go on Monday morning. I haven't decided yet, but for me, the session has been made, so happy days. I can't wait to get the rods back out into place, and I'm not greedy, but maybe there'll be another fish on the bank, who knows.
I could stay like this, forever following you. Just don't get too far, and I'll be right where you are. You're a dream that I could finally see. I just want us to always be, to always be.
We're into the second night of the session, and it's about 9:30 in the evening. I've just got the rods back out on a beautiful evening. We've had rain today, we've had sunny spells come through as well. We've had everything sort of thrown at us, and I sort of thought I want to have a rig prepared in case a rod goes off in the middle of the night. On all 3 rods I'm fishing hinge stiff rigs. That's what I have had the fish on. And I'm going to show you the rig that I'm using and also the bait that I'm using on this trip as well. And what I have been using in this session are the Zest Specials. It was the yellow one of these that got me the run, and also the pineapple specials as well. I have one of each colour out on the Zest Special and a pineapple special on the 3rd rod. And if you want to know a bit more, I have literally left and right margins and one straight over to the wall on the far side. Marginal fishing really here at its finest. I'm going to show you what I've been doing anyway. And I'm going to use the pineapple specials as an example, because I want to have a rig ready in case I get something during the night or even just on a boarded take that I can clip on a new rig and get it back out into position. So here is the rig in question, all right, and hopefully you can see that through the autofocus. There's a bit of cork drilled right through that just to give it, because it's a 12mm pop-up, a bit of buoyancy, all right. An ace chod hook and then a doubled over piece of Tasca Deceptive onto a swivel. I don't like to have the big rig ring in the bottom. I like them to be sort of sitting as low to the deck as I can. A bit of crimped quarter boom there, which I've had great success on, and a trimmed down Tasca tail rubber on the end there. But that is the exact rig that has done me a fish. So here's hoping for another one tonight, but we'll just have to see how the session pans out. But that's the rig that we're using. Another wee edge is the pineapple boost. What I've been doing with the pineapple specials, rather than swapping them after every cast, just giving them a wee hit with the booster. And even just as I'm sitting here now, I haven't done it in a couple of days, literally a couple of sprays of the liquid boost, give it a wee shake, put the lid on, let that absorb all the lovely flavours. And the beautiful thing about this pineapple bait boost, it doesn't smell chemically. It really feels like you're actually eating a slice of pineapple when you lick your fingers. Happy days. This is my first time on this venue. I know very little about it other than what the 2 guys who have been a brilliant help and had fish have sort of spoke to me about. I've seen one roll, 3 rod lengths from the far side of the wall, halfway between my spot and Darren's spot in next door. So hopefully somebody gets a fish out of that as well. Anything else now after having a run's a bonus. I really feel the confidence is back. You know what it's like after having a run of about 7 or 8 blanks. When I say blanks, just trout after trout after trout. It's nice being in a big water somewhere where a bit of watercraft and a bit of knowledge doesn't go amiss, somewhere where targeting the fish is a bit harder. But I have to say, I've been really impressed with the bait. Anytime I've taken Horizon somewhere for my first session, I've bagged a fish. So absolutely brilliant. I mean, the success has spoke for itself, and even if it's location other than bait, for me it's the confidence, isn't it? It's confidence that that rig is fishing efficiently, but also that you're fishing with a bait that the fish are willing and readily available to take, which is great. But yes, we'll see how the night goes. I'm just practicing actually for a dry run for France. I've got my car battery with me with an inverter for charging things, so I'll have to let you see that before I wrap the video up tomorrow, as it's going to be Sunday afternoon, probably after sort of midday I'm going to go. Had that run at 11 or just before 11 this morning, so I want to leave it its due diligence and give it a chance to ramp off again. But I must say, loving the lake, confidence is super high. It's a beautiful evening, although it's a high pressure, 1017 millibar today. Fish should be spawning soon, but they haven't been really showing signs. No grouping together, no spawning tubicles on the fish either, or any signs of spawning. That 13.4 mirror that I had was absolutely stunning. It's really nice to see some real original scaly fish being sent to the mat. So brilliant, absolutely brilliant, buzzing. Well, it's Sunday morning. Not a great deal to report from during the night. Early hours of this morning, I had an absolute blistering take. Played the fish right in close to hand, and it was actually a pike, about 12 or 13 pound, which had lifted a hinge stiff rig with a pineapple pop-up. And as I had it sulking in the margin, ready to try and unhook it rather than net it, as it is warm weather and in the summer, it bit through the main line and swam off. So unlucky with that one, and hopefully he's able to shake the hook. And the good thing is that the pop-up was off as well. But that's all there is to report. I have not replaced the middle rod. I literally just have 2 out in the margins, so still chance and time for those to go off. But I'm going to start shortly doing a slow pack down of all the stuff to get back home for a Chinese for tonight's dinner. It's been a cracking session. I mean, to come in this lake, which is a very difficult lake, for the first time and bag a fish is brilliant. It's given me the confidence to come back, to know on a couple of swims where to put rigs, where to put baits, and hopefully get on a fish or two. The fish in this place are absolutely stunning. It's been amazing to sit last night during a live. I went live and seen a few fish bosh out over the spot. So it's given me a bit of confidence that they are there and they're ready, available to be caught. So time to start the long pack down and ready to get home.